Welcome to today's edition of the Exploring Mining podcast, featuring stock news from TSX, TSXV, CSE, ASX, NASDAQ, and New York Stock Exchange mining companies, plus interviews with CEOs and leading experts. Hello everyone, this is Sam Mowers here. Welcome to the latest episode of the Exploring Mining podcast. For news today, we've got the latest from Newmont Corporation, Wheaton Precious Metals, SANU Gold, and Trezor Resources. But just before we jump into the show today, a quick reminder that if you enjoy this podcast, please feel free to share it or leave us a review. And as always, I recommend checking out some of the other podcasts on investorideas.com. This includes the Cannabis Podcast, the Clean Tech and Climate Change Podcast, along with many others, all of which will bring you up to speed on the latest stock news and trends in their respective spaces. All right, so Newmont Corporation, which trades on the NYSE under the ticker NEM, has entered into a binding scheme implementation deed, or SID, under which it will acquire 100% of the issued share capital of Newcrest Mining Limited. Newcrest trades on the ASX under the ticker NCM. Tom Palmer, Newmont's president and CEO, explains, quote, "The combination of Newmont and Newcrest represents an exceptional value proposition for shareholders and other stakeholders. It creates an industry-leading portfolio with a multi-decade gold and copper production profile in the world's most favorable mining jurisdictions. Following a robust due diligence process, we have identified a number of opportunities to unlock substantial value and will apply our experience and expertise to Newcrest's complementary and exceptional portfolio of long-life, low-cost gold and copper assets. Leveraging our experience from the acquisition of Goldcorp 4 years ago, we are positioned to deliver an estimated $500 million in annual synergies and an estimated $2 billion in incremental cash flow from portfolio optimization opportunities, both part of our strategy to maximize value for shareholders and other stakeholders." End quote. Stock for Newmont is down 0.04% at the time of recording. Next up, Wheaton Precious Metals International Limited, a subsidiary of Wheaton Precious Metals Corp., which trades on the NYSE as WPM, has entered into a definitive precious metal purchase agreement with Lumina Gold Corp., which trades on the TSXV under the ticker LUM. Now, this agreement regards the latter's, that's Lumina's 100% owned Cangrejos gold and copper project in El Oro province of Ecuador. Randy Smallwood, Wheaton's president and CEO, said, quote, "The Cangrejos project is an excellent addition to Wheaton's existing portfolio of high-quality, low-cost assets, as it should provide accretive long-term growth as well as significant exploration potential. We welcome the opportunity to work with the team at Lumina, who have done an outstanding job at working to de-risk the project and advancing it towards construction. As with any transaction Wheaton enters into, responsible and sustainable mining practices are paramount, and Wheaton looks forward to supporting Lumina both financially as they construct Cangrejos with their ongoing comprehensive community engagement efforts." End quote. Stock for Wheaton is down 1.79% at the time of recording. SANU Gold Corp., which trades on the CSE under the ticker SANU, has announced its first discovery at the Banta Bay gold exploration permit in Guinea, West Africa. This follows the company's inaugural reverse circulation, or RC, drill program at the site starting back in April 2023, which targets extensive and continuous zones of gold in bedrock anomalies. SANU Gold's president and CEO Martin Polacek said, quote, "The first set of drill results from our flagship project in Guinea, West Africa has returned broad intervals of near-surface, high-grade gold mineralization. With the first 3 holes ever drilled at Banta Bay, we have made our second discovery in Guinea, this time having intersected 11.4 grams per ton of gold over 15 meters, including 41.2 grams per ton of gold over 4 meters at Target 2. starting at a depth of approximately 25 meters from surface. End quote. Stock for SANU Gold is up 8.82% at the time of recording. Lastly, for today, Trezor Resources Limited, which trades on the TSXV under the ticker TRS, has acquired a 100% interest in a private Brazilian company, Valdem do Brasil Mineração Limited, or Valdem, which, according to the press release, holds several mineral exploration permits covering 5 prospective diamond exploration properties in Brazil. The company believes that the acquisition of Valdem gives Trezor access to a specialized team with more than 20 years' experience in the exploration, evaluation, and development of diamond targets from primary sources in Brazil, Canada, and Africa. Well, that does it for today's Exploring Mining podcast. If you'd like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, please contact InvestorIdeas.com. InvestorIdeas.com reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website. All investment involves risk, and this podcast is not meant to be an endorsement to buy or sell securities or products. To hear more InvestorIdeas.com podcasts, please visit InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Audible, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, and most audio platforms available.